You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the January 15th meeting for the Michigan City Commission for Women. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you, ladies, for coming out and attending the meeting in this cold weather. And I thank everyone that's participating online, viewing our meeting. Welcome to the Michigan City Commission for Women. And we will begin our meeting with a roll call with our acting secretary, Keisha.
Okay. Jacqueline Jones,
Present.
Nyla Williams,
Present.
Keisha Ward, present. Keanu Edwards, Angela Carter,
Present.
Linda Conley, and Daisy. What's Daisy's last name?
Lee.
Okay. All right. Alicia
Here, present.
Wilson. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Next on the agenda, we have someone coming in. Oh, Miss Linda. Okay, so Miss Linda is present.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing, Miss Linda? Thank you for coming out in the cold weather. And then Happy New Year's to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's. And I pray everyone had a safe and that everyone will have a prosperous and an amazing New Year 2026. How about that?
You too.
Thank you. So I passed out the minutes. And the last minutes that we had to approve, but we didn't have a quorum in November. But we can approve these minutes today, and just wanted to acknowledge to the viewers and everyone here that we do have a quorum present this evening, so we can conduct business and we can make some motions and some votes. So if you all would take the time and view the October 16, 2025 monthly meeting minutes. Does anybody need more time?
No.
Okay. Any corrections need to be made to the October minutes? Okay, can someone motion that we accept the minutes?
I motion that we accept the October 2025 minutes.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next on the agenda is the treasurer report from our treasurer, Nyla Williams. Thank you, Nyla.
Okay. I emailed, hopefully everybody received it because I replied to all the November treasurer's report. as well as the December one. You know, so you can have it for this meeting, but to just clarify what the numbers were for November, balance for that report would have been $10,344.63. That was the balance at the end of November. And for December, we did have, I think in the minutes, remember we gave out funds to the Levesque Center for $500. That did go through, as well as the request for JUMP, the $300 that was sent in. All the paperwork was received by the clerks. Not the clerks, but the, what is that office? Tamiko?
Controller.
The controller's office, received everything, and that check was sent out for $300 to JUMP. So now for December, those minutes again were emailed. The report was emailed out to everyone. So that $300 did come off, and then we received at the end of December the mayor's special events fund, the community activation grant. We received $3,000. So as a total of January 13th, when I sent the report, we're at $13,044.63.
$13,044?
Yes,
Okay,
$13,044.63. So that is our balance.
and that's including the grant,
Correct.
which we know that will probably be deducted for you later. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but we
That's where we
appreciate that. We do,
Yes.
we appreciate that.
Yes.
That's awesome.
We came back up.
That's
So-
awesome.
That would be November and December, so we are caught up and today.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the awesome report, and just wanted to say to the treasurer, you're doing an amazing job, and we really appreciate you and your efforts with the treasurer report and keeping us updated. So thank you, Nyla.
Does anybody
Great
have any
job.
questions before we can approve November and December?
So when you're saying the $300 for JUMP, that has,
A check was
a check was mailed
Yes.
to her, or,
correct.
and everything is clear? Okay.
Mhm.
Anyone have any questions, or can we move on to voting, accepting the treasurer report?
No questions here?
Okay, can someone make a motion
I move that we accept the treasury report as given.
For both months,
for both months?
November
For both
and
months,
December.
yes.
Okay.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you.
Any opposed? Awesome. Okay. Next, speaking of the grant project, the monies that we received from the mayor's office, the community activation grant, mayor's charitable gala allocation. We had discussed it last meeting in November, but again, a quorum wasn't present to, we made recommendations, but we didn't move forward with voting. Based on the time, and let me bring that back, let me bring this up too, so you all would know. I just want to read this to remind everyone, this is the Community Activation Grant Proposal. As part of our ongoing efforts to deepen civic engagement and enhance our neighborhoods, I am pleased to award a $3,000 community activation grant to our boards and commissions. These funds, made possible through the Mayor's Charitable Gala, are intended to support meaningful, locally focused initiatives that promote the community involvement and visible neighborhood improvement. Eligible uses. Each board commission may choose to use the funds for one or more of the following purposes. Number one, provide scholarships to Michigan City residents for academic, vocational, or leadership development. Number 2, organize a neighborhood cleanup engagement event that mobilizes volunteers and or encourages civic pride. Number 3, execute a neighborhood beautification or public art project that improves public spaces or fosters community spirit. All projects must occur within the Michigan City limits. Each board must formally agree on how to utilize the funds during a public meeting and submit a basic proposal outlining the initiative to the mayor's office. Projects must be fully completed by March the 15th, 2026. A final report, including photographs and a summary of impact, must be submitted by April the 1st, 2026. So in saying that, the initiative also encourages collaborations, volunteer engagement, and student participation, including the opportunity for students to earn volunteer hours towards the scholarship Promise Scholarship. So if we have any questions, we can consult Kelly at the mayor's office. So for the ones that wasn't here in November, some of us did meet. We continue to meet, but again, we didn't have a quorum to approve, but we did make recommendations. If you all can recall, at our previous meeting, I believe in September, we had stated that we would consider dividing the grant into 2 portions. One portion was to organize a neighborhood cleanup engagement event, which we discussed about maybe looking at senior citizens or, helping them out or in that area, maybe planting some flowers or whatnot, or just clean up. And then the other half would go to provide the scholarships to the Michigan City residents for academic, vocational, leadership, and development. So what we discussed last month was, since it was so late in the game, it's very cold outside and we don't know who's going to want to go out and, do the clean. It's kind of really cold, and now it's snowing. And I did do my part regarding the seeing if any plants and different things like that, or see what type of plants could be planted, towards fall or winter. So we discussed, it's again kind of late in the game, even no one, offered to donate, didn't have really the plants to do that, or what they would recommend for us to plant for winter months. But we had discussed maybe just having the entire $3,000 given to provide scholarships to Michigan City residents for academic, vocational, or leadership development. We do have to have a motion, if that's okay with everyone. We did discuss at the last meeting that Keisha agreed to talk with the counselors at the Michigan City area schools. I think someone had made mention to speak with someone at AK Smith. We thought about Work One. Also, we discussed reaching out to the project that NAACP has with
Solar power.
yes, I think
I
we
can't think of the name of that project, but
right.
I remember.
And if someone, so we need to make a motion if we're going to go forward with that. And if we are going to go forward with that, I highly recommend making a recommendation that a subcommittee, at least 3 people, agree to work along with Keisha to get this going. All I need to know is if once it starts, we need to give a date for some feedback, rather even if we email it and communicate prior to our next monthly meeting, which will be in February, because if you notice, it has to be started in March. I believe, what is it? It has to be,
Deadline, March 15th.
the projects have to be fully completed by March
March 15th.
15th. And I believe we can do this. It's just that we have to execute a plan. If someone can meet or agreed to be on the committee with Keisha to help, and I just need to know it. I would think some sort of program, even if we have like maybe a speaker. I'm just throwing something out there, just like a thought. Even if we had maybe someone from, what is it, Michigan City, what's Clarence Post, economic development, or someone with Unity Foundation or something coming in to speak small regarding business plan or something, or someone from workforce development, someone to just give like a little talk or something of that nature, maybe put out,
Here,
no, not here,
coming where?
like once the project,
Oh, okay.
yeah, once you're doing, like, have some sort of program, that's what I'm saying with it. So you can distribute the scholarships, however you all want to do it. And then, so I would know, I just need to know a date so I can get the venue, because by us, being part of Michigan City Commission for Women, we can probably have something at Krieger Memorial, or if it's not even that large, we can probably have it. I can see if I can get the that training room that at the City Hall, and then maybe we can have it there, some light refreshments or something of that nature. But we just have to get rolling on it, and I'm just going to request or make a recommendation, a subcommittee. Meet with Keisha, and you all get the ball rolling to just map out the plan, grant a date, and I'll see if that date is available for either site. How you all are going to, the committee's going to get it out. Is it rather if it's social media, meaning Facebook, putting it out there on the Michigan City, Michigan City website. Also, make a certain Michigan City area schools, different ones, A.K. Smith, also with Miss Donita Scully. I think she oversees that program, NAACP. I just need you all just to map out a plan, and probably we can get together within 2 weeks, email one another, and then we'll come back at our next meeting, so I can at least get a venue. You know what I'm saying? I'll have that. If it's refreshments, you all let me know what that is, and then we roll from it. So that's all before we make a vote, or if you all have any other comments. I'm sorry. Anybody else? Nyla?
I do. I really would like for us to do something with either the beautification or the cleanup. I know it's winter time. It's nice if we could split it half and half or whatever. Yes, we can do the scholarships, but there is still some need, like for the seniors, whether it's, painting. They don't have to be, necessarily outdoors, but maybe their front door, their screen door needs to be fixed or something. Maybe their mailbox, at their home is broke down, or they need a new one or something like that. But for those seniors that are truly in need, I'm sure it's something that we can come up with that we can do to help those residents, as well as doing the scholarships. And when you talked about having like a program, why not have the presentation of whatever we do at the city council meeting? Maybe have us put us on the agenda, and invite those people that we're either going to give the scholarships to come to the city council meeting, and that will be less work on us to have something separate.
Okay.
And
That's a good
it would be announced, they can be presented with their scholarships. It's at the meeting, it's televised. I'm sure they probably would like that. And then that way we can give our report, because that's something we need to do by April 1st. So then we can have pictures and the summary and all of that done, all at once at the city council meeting.
Okay. I'll ask if that can be done there.
Okay.
I'll ask. That's a good idea to me. And what kind of projects if we do that, what kind of projects can be done indoors, or do you think, I know, and I'm just going to throw this out there. I know, is it what is that? North Central Community Action Agency. I was somewhere that I thought that I heard that their fundings was, they weren't getting as much fundings as they need.
Right.
So maybe they may be able to give some names that's in need or some things that can be done if somebody wanted to meet with the director, Cindy Davis, to see, if we're gonna divide it like that. That's a good idea. I'm not, of course, opposed to it. We just have to have some sort of, plan going again. Any other recommendations? That's a good recommendation, Alan. Any?
I was just suggesting that before, when we first discussed that. I said, could we split the funds
Mhm.
and we could do something later with the funds? But you said we had a certain date.
Yeah.
Right.
So since that's have come upon us, trying to figure out what the needs are of the people. Like you said, when we were discussing maybe going to the church or going to the pastors and
Right,
stuff
right.
and find out who the elderly people are. So since we lacked in that area a little bit, we should go back and see if there's someone in your community that you have that's in your churches or that's in the homes or something like that that may be away from their home and need something done, So
Okay.
I just think that we're on the right track.
Okay.
And the seniors need to know we're available. They need to know we're here
I agree.
because they don't even know we exist as far as in the community. So I would like to have that to be presented as much as possible into the seniors because they are a lot seniors here. So I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yes.
Miss Linda?
Oh, I agree with everything you're saying. I really like her idea that we could split it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to think of where would we get the names, and I think the churches. There's a lot of churches here. It doesn't matter what church, as long as we get a church, because there's seniors that are in need, and whether we provide them like with vouchers for Uber services, because I think a lot of these seniors have like SSA,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes their rides are not covered,
Has to be
through insurance.
Yeah, it has to be in the category such as a cleanup. If we're gonna look at seniors, it either has to be academic, scholarships or something like that, cleanup. Because seniors can receive scholarships if they wanna
Right.
participate as well.
Nice.
So it has to be beautification or something like that,
Can I ask you?
in those,
I'm
I'm sorry. It
No,
has
no.
to be in those
So there's-
areas.
Well, some, like you say, painting their house, and maybe, we can, someone at their church may know of someone whose kitchen may need to be
Mhm.
cleaned and,
Indoors, it don't have to really be.
be
I
outside.
think it's a good idea.
And we can provide that.
Angie?
Can you tell me what the what a senior is considered as we're looking at elderly people and seniors? Where do we want to mark that at?
I think over 65.
Over
You said
65.
65 and up.
Okay.
I mean, some
65 and
some places say 62
62,
and up,
Yeah. So
and then some say 65.
yeah. So when we're looking, I make sure that
Because you do have some, and when I say this, I'm being careful in saying that has medical concerns,
Mhm.
and they can be even younger than 65,
Yeah.
but they do have some serious chronic medical concerns and different things of that nature.
But they may not fall in the senior category.
Right.
Right.
So that actually said seniors.
Seniors.
Well,
Or
it didn't
we
say,
saying seniors?
we're saying, well, we had said
We had
seniors to
said
acknowledge the
seniors, okay.
seniors.
yes.
So we
The
didn't,
cleanup or the
Yeah.
beautification could be for any age, but we want to focus maybe on the seniors because they probably need more help or
Mhm.
veterans.
Mhm.
Or maybe we can go to the senior center. All the seniors
Yes.
go there to congregate. So maybe that could be a location where we can pop in and even talk to the director. They'd probably be able to tell us who, yes,
Yeah.
instead of, hey, do you need help? You know what I'm saying? So they would know.
it looks like this is I said committee, but it looks like it's gonna take all of us to do it. So, I agree. I would like to go ahead and make a recommendation, if I can. And the recommendation is to go ahead and split the funds, $1,500 for the beautification, focusing on seniors, from ages, 65 and above, or with ones with chronic medical conditions
Or disability.
or disabilities. Also, the other 1,500 would go towards the scholarship. It would go towards provide scholarships to the Michigan City residents for academic, vocational, and leadership development. So we do have 5 present, and maybe if we could split, a couple work along with Keisha and a couple work along with Angela to move forward with the beautification and provide the academic. I know that Miss Linda which is a good idea. The churches would have to be notified. So that would be something. The neighborhood center, the director, Cindy Davis, Donita Scully with NAACP, the Michigan City Area School Counselor, which I think Keisha was working with that anyway. Also AK Smith. A contact person there could be Pastor Kim Williams, because I think she's at,
We talked to her,
so,
talked to her quite a bit, so.
and then,
get with her.
then once we contact, I know I said churches, but that was just for the
That's how I
announcing
do
part of it.
Mhm.
But once we contact, the neighborhood center, and then it was someone else that you had made mention, I thought, Angela, for the seniors to contact.
I can't think at the moment.
So, okay,
But don't you work with the veterans? I'm sorry.
I do.
You do?
okay, so the veterans,
And the veterans?
okay, so these are the areas we need to, I would recommend, after that first recommendation, 1,500 towards the beautification, towards the seniors 65 and older, or ones with chronic medical conditions or disabilities. The other 1,500 towards the scholarships. So if someone can touch base with Cindy Davis, and she's at North Central Community Action Agency, to see what is some of the needs that, you know, because they do a lot of weatherizations and repairs and different things of that nature.
The other thing was, do you know who actually built the ramps for the elderly?
Isn't it Habitat for Community?
Okay.
That's part of that, well, I know that North Central,
That might be.
but that's a sliding scale, they look at your income.
See, that's with Cindy.
Stuff.
That's with Cindy. So it's, I can talk with Cindy. Michigan City Area School Counselor, you said you reached out to them already, correct? Anyone can talk to AK Smith?
I
And
can,
that's still a school.
AK Smith, Trina?
That's an else.
School, yeah.
Trina, can you also talk with Danielle with the veterans or something, or with the other veterans? Because Trina is a veteran herself. So Trina,
I'll reach out to the ministers' conference. Take
the
care of the
Alliance?
rest of the churches, yeah, the
Yeah.
minister.
And I can talk to NAACP, because I'm.
okay, so Linda will talk with Danita.
Mhm.
NAACP. Angie, who was it that you stated?
I'll remember in a minute. I just can't think at the top of my head.
I'm sure between all of that, we should be
I
able
mean,
to
it's,
find.
and
Somebody,
it's
yes.
$1,500.
It's just 1,500.
And then the Eastport
Association.
Yes,
Yeah.
with
Wendy.
Wendy.
But, you know, we can-
So she's
so
gonna
that's-
touch base with Wendy. When I say she, I'm sorry. Angie is going to touch base with Miss Wendy Willis. She's she oversees the Eastport, what is it called? The Eastport Coalition, what is it called? The
Neighborhood center, yeah.
Eastport Neighborhood Association.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of Miss Wendy, she has an initiative taking place as well. And they're going to be, well, I don't know if I can announce it over, but they're going to have some funds distributed to some, she didn't specify it to seniors, but it is some funding and it's a certain amount. And I think I forgot how many, I don't know if it was 25 or 50. So maybe, Angela, if you touch base with her, and then that way we won't overlap, you know what I'm saying? Because I know she's going to be reaching out to churches as well. And then who she doesn't, you know, and it's maybe some on the list that she couldn't provide, or,
Mhm.
you know, then we could pick them up.
There's enough need to go around.
It is.
Exactly. So, and then maybe if we make a we'll do a meeting, February the 2nd, that's on a Monday, over a Zoom, to see where we're at with everything until we meet, because our next meeting won't be until
But can we do that?
the 19th. Well, we're not voting, we're just following up. we're following up on what we're doing. We're not making any votes or anything. And so our next meeting, I'm just recommending that because our next meeting is on the 18th and we can move forward. So in case I need to get a, well, I don't have to get a venue. That'll give me time also to speak with the department that I need to speak with regarding if we can make that presentation or whatnot or distribute at the council meeting. That'll give me time to do that as well.
Excuse me, Jackie, our next meeting will be the 19th.
The
The
19th?
18th is a Wednesday.
You're right, the 19th. Okay, so I have to find that out too. So
We need to know
I want
exactly,
to, oh, go ahead.
okay, we need to know exactly what we're, like a plan. Yeah, we got, 2 weeks before we meet again, but what are we exactly going to do? Yes, we're gonna talk to these people,
Mhm.
but are we gonna try to get, one person out of this sea of folks? Because we got, I don't know how many things you listed, like 7 or 8.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
That I had already spoken to guidance about just asking her up front, do you have people in mind that have these kind of qualities? And she, right out the gate, she was just like, yes, absolutely, I have some students in mind. And I just wanted to talk to her about them. Then I want to present something like, okay, they need to give us something in writing. They need to write a small, short essay. I mean, it could be 200 words, it could be
yeah,
something, and then we weigh those things out and give them
And then we
money.
come back
right.
together and
And see-
decide and pick between the recommendations that we got. And from there, then we can choose, okay, this is the most needy, this is where we can probably best,
Sure.
do something, yeah.
That's why that's why I named all of these places. Because if I may, I understand that you did receive, and that's awesome, the feedback.
Would you
from the
agree with
counseling.
there being 3 gifts of $500?
Right, like that's what I was saying, listing, like for the 1,500 towards the scholarship. Like if you wanted to do one for the Michigan City area schools, one with the NAACP with Anita or whatnot, and then one with the AK Smith. However you all decide. But that's why I listed all of these so we can, like what Nyla just mentioned, we can see where the areas are most needed at. So that's the only reason I listed all these. And then for the seniors, if Cindy knows an area, who else? Oh, Trina, when she talks to the veterans, then she knows the area. Then again, we can come back, it's 1,500 there, and then even if we do some projects, $300 a piece for 5 or $500 a piece for 3. But if we can come back and Nyla addressing what you're saying, once we get this information, then at this meeting on Monday, we can say, hey, this is the areas that's needed. So when we come back to our meeting, the 19th in February, we can go ahead and make that recommendation so we can vote on it and get going on it. That's all I was stating. Does that sound? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make the recommendation because we're gonna need approval on this. So the recommendation that I am making is that, again, we will have $1,500 going towards the beautification project that will be geared towards seniors 65 years and older, and if a senior has a medical condition, chronic condition. The other $1,500 will go towards, let me pull it back up. It will go towards a scholarship for academic, vocational, or leadership development. And that'll be $1,500 towards that. We will also, let's make that meeting, let's do that vote first. Can I have someone to motion or approve that vote? Or approve that recommendation?
I motion that the recommendation of splitting the funds between the seniors, the needs of the seniors with health issues, and the scholarships and community development go forward.
The $1,500.
$1,500 each.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None? Okay. Scholarship. Okay, Angie, beautification. Okay. All right, and the second recommendation is, and I don't think that that's needing a vote, but if I do a Zoom, if you all can tell me what time is good for you all, if Mondays work for you all. First of all, Monday, February the 2nd
I think that's good for me.
at 5 o'clock, 5:30.
Yeah, but for me, a little after 5 works. 5, I would.
6 o'clock, okay for everybody?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock for everybody on Monday, February the 2nd. Okay, so let's schedule 6 o'clock Zoom meeting. And it's basically just a follow-up. No recommendations or no votes will take place at that meeting, just follow-ups and feedback. Again, Neighborhood Center, I will reach out to Cindy Davis. And I will also reach out regarding the council. Linda Cowley will reach out to Ms. Donita. Keisha has already followed up with Michigan City Area Schools. A.K. Smith, Trina's gonna reach out to Pastor Kim Williams. Nyla will reach out to the Ministerial Alliance. Trina's reaching out to the veterans,
Yes.
and Angie is reaching out to the Eastport
Association,
Association,
Wendy Willis.
Wendy Willis.
Yes.
Okay? And again, we're gonna follow up on February the 2nd, and I'll send you all a link. All right, so we can move forward with that. Yay. Okay, we got that taken care of. New business. Okay, so there is a concern regarding attendance with our commission. And the concern is, which is legit, is that at times we can't approve any business affairs. We can't really even make recommendations because it's not a quorum being met. We have to have a quorum of 5 present to be able to make recommendations. We can make the recommendations, but we can't vote on them if we don't have a quorum. Also, it's another part of it too. We also have to consider Andy. Alco has been very gracious to us. And if you have some that comes out, but not everybody coming out, they're just here. And then and then the cold weather, then the ones, and I appreciate the ones that's faithfully coming out. I do. I really appreciate the time and effort. And it's not fair even to our fellow commissions that they're coming out even in the weather, cold weather, and we're sitting here and we can't do anything or make those, those motions. And it is becoming a concern. So, what is recommended, and let me pull that up. I'm sorry, let me pull it up. At this meeting, sorry. This is kind of slow. Okay. Okay. If you all want to, you can review the ordinance again, but it clearly states in the ordinance, according to section 2-459B, 2-4, a member of the commission may be removed by the appointing authority for absenteeism or for cause during his or her term. If you have specific members not showing for meetings, then whomever appointed those members to the commission needs to be made aware of their absenteeism. The appointing authority then can remove the member from the commission and appoint a new member. And I haven't, reached out. I know things happen, and I do understand. And we can get sick. It's funerals or lost ones, or even if we have to go out of town. I get that, things happen. But on the same token, we only have 12 meetings out of the year, once a month. So I'm certain we should be able to at least make 10 of those meetings out of the 12. So at this point, a lot of meetings, we couldn't even really conduct any meetings. Now, I don't want to say that we haven't had any, how can I say it? I want to acknowledge, I'm going to say that. We all as a commission did great for the International Women's Day, So some projects we have, moved forward with, and we, like tonight, was awesome, amazing. And we were able to make a vote. That's because a quorum is present. But at this time, at this moment, I'm going to have to recommend that I have to give a specific number, recommend a specific number of absences, before carrying out for a member to be removed. And my recommendation, again, based on we only have 12 meetings per year, that is a recommendation that only 3 absences. I was going to say 2. And if you all feel that 2 is severe, that we should go to 3, that's fine too. But 2 or 3, the most, that we can miss before requesting a removal, for that commissioner. Again, you all are amazing. I do know things occurs, and even for myself, I have to be accountable. I felt really bad in November that I didn't get that notice out, that agenda in 48 hours. I'm required to get that notification out, the agenda, and to notify all parties that we are meeting within that 48 hours. My mother, she passed around that time, so my mind was everywhere, and I got it out in 24 hours, but that wasn't sufficient. So, the last meeting I did apologize to everyone for that. Things occur, but still, I'm still held accountable too, So I just want to recommend that I'm going to start off with 2 absences, that we can only miss 2 meetings before the recommendation for another appointing authority, how can I say it, for another appointment to be made. If you all feel that you want another number, you all can make your recommendations at this time. Miss Linda?
I say maybe 3 if we have to have a number, because we don't know what's going on in someone else's life.
Okay.
And, it all depends on why they're missing. Are they just missing because they just don't want to come out? Or say they have a death in the family, you have something going on, you might be on vacation. So I think we should look at what's happening with that person before we just say you got the boot.
Well, we do have to, it's coming to that extreme, because again, if we do that, because I have left it open, and it's still, we're not getting those quorums.
No, I say that, maybe 3 should be our number,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with 3.
With 3? Any other
that's what
recommendations? Oh, go ahead.
And then, experience on other boards or commissions, it was 3. But to add to that, it's not just that you're missing, but just like with a job, do you have an excused absence? Sometimes the absence can be unexcused or excused.
Right.
So what is the
reason.
reason? Was it a funeral? Then that should be an excused absence, and then you should be able to look at that, and they should be speaking with you, communicating with you to let you know that not gonna be able to make it because they had a death in the family, and that should be like an excused absence. But if you don't hear from me and come meeting time, that should be an unexcused absence. Because one, I did not tell you that I wasn't gonna be here, and then that will affect the rest of the commission. So I think we should look at that as well. That communication with you, when you're sending the emails out, the notice of time, you know, and then it could be an emergency or something. But again, we should be communicating with you.
Thank
Period.
you. Thank you, Nyla. Oh, I was gonna say too, I'm sorry,
No, you're
piggybacking off of you, and that's fine. Seeing the reasons, but again, we have to keep in mind, at times, if we leave that open like that, it's still like, even if we're saying that it has to be, and I get it, anything can happen. You know, I lost my mother, and that would have been considered an excuse, but I don't wanna come back and say, oh, I had to go out of town because my aunt passed, or my cousin. Okay, but I was thinking that you were saying that
No.
it had to be a reason.
Well, you should know regardless.
Okay.
3 should be that.
Right, because you are
No
allowed
matter what.
excused absences.
But then, you know,
You are allowed those excused absences. You know, is it an excused absence or not?
So if it's in the ordinance, it's not a specific number, but we are given an opportunity here today, because I asked, and we can make it internal, a recommendation here, so it is noted that everybody is on one accord, and moving forward, that we know it's only 3 absences if we make that vote, and not only that, if I know in enough time, again, I can reach out to others and saying, hey, do you all mind if we reschedule on this day? Because we need a quorum and so, and can't meet.
Yeah.
And I will do that. But for right now, we really need a number. We have to go with that number, a number. Yes.
I'm really good with numbers, so I want to talk about the numbers. In the last couple of years, I realized that we did change a lot of the time, so that was a big issue. Secondly, I'm not for sure how many members we have, but you may have 2 or 3 members at the same time, so that's a problem. It's not that you just don't have 5, but everybody has a different, so that's what we were running into. Because there could be 3 or 4 people having a problem that particular day. So what I'm just saying is, she's right about contacting you. But I agree that there should be 3. I mean, this is really something that you've had to come and address. You've talked about it, but now the rubber
It's
has
to
met
the
the
point.
road.
Yeah.
So I think from this moment on, we should say, okay, this is the day, we'll do 3, and then there's no, talking about it.
Okay.
So we all know.
Okay. And again, I have no concerns or issues with rescheduling if I have to. Anything, may occur.
yeah, but we shouldn't get used to doing that either, because then if we
Right.
have a set date every month
Every month.
that we know that we're gonna do this, and then
That day.
if I could come on that day when it's scheduled,
Yes.
and then we reschedule it, I might not could come back. So I shouldn't be penalized for that meeting being moved because I didn't have that on my calendar. I booked my stuff out a year out. So I have this date for this meeting on my calendar every month, and everybody else should do that. So I think special circumstances, and if you can't do it, then your vice president, Linda, should be able to
Conduct a meeting.
conduct a meeting and fill in, and we keep it on that date, right?
Okay, agreed. And then also,
I said, I think you should practice.
Give me
I
that
think
apple.
if we do it in February, it could be next month.
and then even with this, and I had stated that I would make mention of this. When the email goes out, and I've done it before too, please make sure or make certain that you click on reply all. And I think sometimes the email, if you're not replying all and you just hit reply, it's just going to me and everybody else don't see it. But we're gonna need to see it so everyone would know if is it gonna be a quorum met.
Right.
So
right.
please make certain that you click on,
There you go.
when you reply to the email, reply all, and that way we all can see. And then again, we want to be fair to Andrew and his crew, his staff as well. We don't want them to come out. Yeah.
I have a question. Ms. Linda, you've been here how long now?
How long?
Have you been in, yes,
I think maybe about 3 years, maybe.
3 years?
Maybe
Okay.
3.
So yes, I think she's well qualified, so, take you a couple of days off.
Oh. So again, I recommend 3 abscesses for the entire year. 3 abscesses that can occur for absenteeism within an entire year and
Okay.
calendar year. So we can make our quorums present or to be able to conduct meetings. So does anyone want to can someone approve that or make a motion?
I move that we set a 3 missing meeting limit, absent, and you have to notify Jackie. So you cannot miss more than 3 meetings per year. That's what I move.
Okay. Can someone second?
I second.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes.
Angela seconds. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Only 3 absences can occur beginning today, January the 15th, 2026, again, beginning today. And I'll make certain, because it's some that is absent, and I'll make certain that they get that notification in email, okay?
I have to go back to this also. You're saying our numbers. We're still missing someone from the women.
Well, we have,
older.
and I am, and someone else, another organization may be appointed, so just asking you all to be patient for a little bit. And those vacancies, they're gonna be filled,
Okay.
okay? All
That'll
right.
make a difference also in our numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We have.
Yeah, I agree. So next on the agenda is the International Women's Day. I won't speak long on that one. I think it was the month of September, I had discussed about resources, doing a resource project or whatnot, community resource. And you all gave a recommendation, and we moved and approved that's done at the International Women's Day, if you all can recall. So I'm going to begin looking for a venue, and I will bring that back at the next meeting for the venue and map out a plan for the community resources, a speaker, and some sort of refreshments or whatnot. We probably won't have to get into a long spread like we did last time, but
Although it was
bring.
wonderful.
Well, we all did it, and it
Yeah, I
was.
mean, it was
It
wonderful.
was.
I mean, I wasn't involved here, but I came and it was wonderful.
So I'll map that plan out, and I'll bring it back with the recommendations, and then we all can tweak it. Everybody can put feedback in at that time, but I'm gonna work on a venue.
When is the date for that? It's in March.
It's March the 8th.
And that's a Sunday.
Is it a Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing we need to think about. Okay, but while we're here, do you all want to recommend a Sunday or a Saturday?
I thought we'd probably get more people out on a Saturday.
Yeah. I think a Saturday would be better.
Or something to do after church on Sunday? Sunday, then everybody's looking for something to eat.
After church, I'm spent.
Praise the Lord.
I mean, but if you think about it though,
We already dressed and ready
yeah,
to
to
come.
come out, and it's free,
Spring.
and
Well, we never know about
Food.
We
March.
never know about March weather. Well,
As long as we keep it short.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
keep
think
it
we need
short.
to have it a long day. So that would depend on which day. So
Because usually we give lunch. You know,
but we're
it's like,
still we're gonna provide some sort of
might need to be a Saturday.
refreshment. We don't know right now until I bring it back and see what type of funding I can get from someone. Some type of
and
sponsorship.
then I think like Daisy and a couple of other people, they brought out some kids with young adults.
Well,
So that-
parents could be
too.
responsible too. making parents accountable too, and maybe that's a way of bringing out women, more attendees. So we can look at both dates. How about that? And I'll see what's on the calendar. Maybe I'll see if we can see if Michigan City Senior Citizen Building, maybe that would be large enough to have all the resources in there. We'll have it there again, see if that's available on that Saturday or Sunday, and we'll go from there. Is that okay?
That's Tara Miller, right? Tara Miller.
That's
Yeah.
not who I go to.
I mean, it's,
At the
At the
senior
senior
center, I
center.
think it is Tara.
Yeah, but that's not who I have to go through though.
okay.
Yeah, to get it. Yeah, I have to go through someone else. But is that her name?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Can we send you suggestions or like our feedback? Maybe we can send an email about what you would like to have at
Of course.
at this, and then after you check everything, we can come back. At least you'll have something to go off of, and then we're not talking about it when we get into the meeting. Let's
Okay.
think about what went on last time. How can we, make it better? Shorten it. 3 speakers, 1 speaker. Not
How about-
3.
How about if I send out, that'll be a second email. I'm gonna send them out separate. I'm gonna send out an email this evening regarding the motion we made. So in all fairness, everyone would know about the 3 absences starting today. And then I'll send out another email. So look for both regarding what would you like to see or occur at the International Women's Day. Okay.
Does anyone recall what the theme is? I just saw something that touched on what the theme is.
Well, we can always
I can't remember.
tweak the theme, but we can go with the national theme, but I'll look it up and I'll put that on the email as well, and
Okay.
and we can get feedback on that too, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna move forward with that.
Okay.
With the Michigan City Commission for Women Gala, I wanted to make a recommendation this evening. And again, I know Nyla, it's like we can't keep pushing dates back, but it is a lot of things going on. I just found out in the spring, some organizations that's taking place. And then really,
do this in the spring? Did we say spring?
I was gonna recommend that we do it late fall, like October or something like that.
Fall.
I thought that you said spring. Did you say spring or fall?
No, we talked
you
about that.
change it
That
to
was,
the fall?
that was the mayor's thing. It was still close to that, so it was supposed
Yeah,
to
you
be.
said spring. No, you didn't say
Oh, I
spring.
thought she said fall.
Yeah, so give us more time to plan.
Right, I said fall, but I thought you didn't recommend. I thought you guys didn't recommend fall.
September maybe.
Oh, okay. September. Is that okay? That'll give us enough time to plan. Whew, I'm glad we cleared that up because I thought someone said that. I thought someone said that.
I think initially when we were talking about it,
Yeah, 'cause I know I heard spring.
sundress, the summertime,
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
suckers, and sundresses.
So at the next meeting, I'll have that too. I'll have some venues and maybe some ideas, even if it's private caterers or some caterers at that particular venue. And I'll bring back some pricing and different things of that nature so we can start on that, because that way getting sponsors to sponsor us in some areas too,
Don't need
okay?
time for that, so that's
Right. Because we want to make this big. I would recommend, theirs is in August. So I would recommend September, sticking with September and October, because the Drifters are having a big conference and it's here in Michigan City, convention. The Drifters, and it's huge. So that's going to take place in August. So I would say in September. Yeah, September or October. Okay. All right. We don't have our liaison here today. Daisy is absent, so we don't have any comments. Any commissioners' comment that you all, anything taking place? We don't have any public comments, so.
I have something to say.
Okay.
The Michigan City Soul Stepper Drill Team has been invited to perform to represent Indiana as ambassadors of Indiana in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yay!
And they're having a fundraiser, but they're going to be participating in the Vietnam Veterans Parade and Pearl Harbor Memorial event.
Yay!
And we're trying to raise money, so we're having a Valentine dance we call it Adult Night Out, Valentine Extravaganza at the FOP here in Michigan City from 7 to 11 on Saturday, February 14th.
Okay.
And the tickets are $30 per person. And if you have any questions, you can contact Lynn Isabel.
That's it?
What?
Just $30 per person?
Mm-hmm.
This is a dinner
Well, it's not
Or is
really a dinner.
or it's not a dinner?
They're gonna have hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, okay,
I was
okay.
silly like we do.
But that's still,
Just
that's
light
still
refreshments
inexpensive.
and everything we're gonna have for people. And it is, but we.
That's
think
inexpensive. That's nice.
It's nice, and you can have purchase tables if you want to. We're having that, and we're also gonna.
How much is a table?
I think you got to talk to Lynn about that.
I wish I was gonna be there.
Lynn Isabel will
Okay.
give you all the information.
Because I was gonna say if we all wanted to purchase a table or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that would be fine too.
Okay.
And they're also on February 17th, which is a Tuesday, we're having a Holly's Give Back
Okay.
night. And so if anyone would like those little tickets, I can drop them off or
Okay.
have them. You can get them from me.
Okay. And just a recommendation to Miss Linda, maybe if you can, or I can do it for you if you want me to touch base with Miss Pat here so she can put it on the city community calendar.
Oh, would you please?
Okay. And that's for both.
Both events. Right?
Okay. I'll email her.
Okay, thank you.
Send her the flyer, Linda,
Yes, I'm gonna,
because I saw one out there,
because I have,
Dwight DJ.
get that, Dwight McMillan's the DJ. You
Yeah.
know him?
And the reason being too,
And they're gonna
I'm
have a
sorry.
silent auction and raffles, but they're trying to get the kids to Hawaii.
Right.
And know their to know their American history also. When those guys came back from Vietnam, they were.
So when are they going to Hawaii?
The trip is going to be in March.
They're going to Hawaii in March.
Right in March. I don't have the exact date. I'm sorry.
You need any chaperones?
Right. Can the Women's Commission,
Well, like I say, speak with Lynn because they're trying to get money to the kids to go, and I thought it was really impressive that they were invited to be ambassadors
Yeah.
and that, and I think they're gonna love it because Pearl Harbor is so extraordinary. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's in the morning.
Yeah.
Awesome. I was born in Hawaii.
I know, right?
Right. Okay. So,
Okay.
the reason it's very important to get that on the community calendar
Mhm.
and to put it out there too is because the Black History Month too.
Right.
And
Having
Nyla's
something.
gonna read what's taking place with
Mhm.
that. It is something occurring on the 14th, but that's in the daytime. That's in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the quiz bowl, but that's in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. We've been doing this on the Black History Month Committee in Michigan City, has been putting on, events for several years. I don't even know how many years I've been on the committee. But we pretty much have our calendar set. Some things are still to be determined, but our kickoff brunch that we always have at the first of the month will be February 7th. It's going to be at Salvation Army. 11:30 to 1. The doors open at 11.
But is that invite only though? I think that's invite only.
Invite only. I think if you want to maybe reach out to Marty Corley, if you're interested in attending, and he can work with you on that.
So did you all hear that? Reach
That's
out
Black
to
History
Marty.
Month.
Yeah.
Or I can also,
I did that one before.
if you all are
Yeah.
interested too, I can ask Marty if the Michigan City Commission for Women can
Yeah.
attend that. You all just let Nyla or myself know who wants to attend so we can reach out to Marty to see if it's okay.
February 7th. February 7th. Doors open at 11, and it's from 11:30 to 1. Typically, we have a keynote speaker. We have a full brunch. It's really nice. Singing, music playing, all that. Okay, and then we have the Black Cinema dates for the kids, which is really nice. They watch a movie, and then there's a discussion after the movie, and those dates are February 12th, 19th, and 26th from 5:30 to 7:30, and it's at the Michigan City Police Department Community Room. So bring your kids, come on out, enjoy a movie, get some popcorn and soda, and then be able to talk about the movie afterwards. So that's the best part, when you have that dialogue about what they understood about the movie and Black History. The next thing is February 14th. Like Jackie said, it's a quiz bowl youth event. I think there's some signups out there as well. Kristen Noonan will be probably the contact for that. Reach out, and Tina Mahone. They normally take care of the quiz bowl, and it's February 14th at 11 to 1 o'clock, and the location for that is the YMCA.
We've had that before.
February 22nd is our talent show, and that's at the Whole Craft Performing Arts Center. That's Sunday, February 22nd. The time is 3 to 5 p.m. That's a lot of fun. At the Whole Craft Performing Arts Center, which is, part of Elston.
Yeah,
On the side. Yeah,
up by the YMCA.
yeah, the next
The
to
building.
the YMCA on that side of the building. Then there's a Gospel Fest on February 15th, 4 to 7. Dinners will be sold from 2 to 3:30, and the location is Pentecostal Temple Kojic, Church
Where
of
is
God in
that?
Christ. I don't have that address.
That's on
It's on
Wabash,
Wabash.
Oh,
the
yeah.
church, like it used to be
Is
Garfield
that,
School.
is that Pastor Johnson's church?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Pentecostal Temple, 4 to 7.
And dinners, did she say dinners is gonna be sold?
Sir, yeah, you'll be able to purchase them from like 2 to 3:30, and then the Gospel Fest will start at 4. There's also the Essence Wear Black Expo, which will include a health pop-up. We'll be doing some screenings. That's gonna be February 21st. It's a Saturday at the Hope Community Center. I think the time is 11 to 5. Yeah, so we'll be there doing screenings as well as, all the vendors for the Essence Rare Expo. So that'll be nice. The dinner dance, which is typically done by the Indiana Black Expo Michigan City chapter. We always put on a dance, raise funds. There's typically food and everything. I don't have the location. I think that may be on February 28th. So just look out for that. Did she just say?
You talking about the IBE,
Yeah.
is hosting that, I think it's at the, is it the FOP or somewhere like that? The American Legion, I think. Let me see.
Yeah. Maybe I missed that email, but that was probably one of the last things that
I
was
think they said that.
set up. And we're always looking for, sponsors, to help this cause, because all these things are free and, open to the public, except for I think the expo. But other than that, all these things are brought to Michigan City and the kids and all of that. So again, reach out to Marty Corley if you wanted to be a sponsor. There's different levels, $250, $100, or $750. So reach out to him if you would like to donate. And that's the Black History Month.
I thought I wrote it down. She did say.
I'm sure it will be put out there. And we can, get that information out to you all.
And then, Monday, January the 19th, Dr. Martin Luther King celebration. The breakfast is at PNW, and I believe that starts at 7. So you may want to get on their website to register for the breakfast. I believe it's free, but you just have to register, and that's at PNW, Purdue. What is that? Purdue North?
Purdue Northwest used to be PNC. Now it's they
You
changed.
can't, okay, and then, that's at 7 or 7:30.
I think 7:45.
7:45.
In the morning, you say the breakfast.
Yes, but register, you have to register, so please, and it's free. I plan on attending, so hopefully everyone can attend, represent, have a good time, we all fellowship. And then at 12 o'clock, the celebration continues Dr. Martin Luther King celebration. It's a brunch beginning at 12 o'clock, and it's at Hope Center. It's going to be brunch, speakers, I think 5 speakers, and then light speakers. And then it's going to be some sort of entertainment and different things of that nature. So again, that's free as well. You don't need to register, but I would encourage you to come on out, celebrate. Let's fellowship as a community and enjoy ourselves for the ones that's going to be able to attend. Okay.
I like the idea that they make this a day of service, you know. They call it a day of service. Which is what we're gonna be doing pretty soon.
They want to do it? Can you use it as a float? Oh, I'm sorry. Before we, can we, any other comments, or can we, someone motion to adjourn the meeting?
A motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. Can you write down who adjourned? Make sure you
Yes.
write it down. Okay, and who seconded? Great meeting, everyone.
Yeah.
Yay! I feel that we accomplished some things.
Yes, we did.
Thank you all.
I have a question.
You guys are the best.